My name is Lottie Wheeler. Please enjoy Mac Wellman's Antigone.
Once, at the beginning of time, the three fates, unpleasant young girls, enacted the story that was to become that of Antigone. An unknown god as a bodiless shadow approaches, a swirl of fabric.
I am the shriek operator, E-Shriek. I am the unique situation. I am the uncanny, and have come to this place crowded with corpses and the stench of death. I am the shriek operator, and am very pleased with all this misfortune. Misfortune out of contrast. What creaks, sprung hinges, what is fundamentally broken. Sand pours without anyone willing. Pours from above, from the sky. Something is covered. Something mangled and horribly dead. Pours! Horripilation!
Who did this?
I am and I am not named Antigone, daughter of a man whose name, the one of whom it is said, saw too much, learned too little from what he saw. Incurious, how incurious, mind made up, driven from place to place by E-Shriek, the shriek operator. Thus it always was. Thus it always will be that. Thus if I am named who I think I am, I will always be caught in the terrible, terrible cat's cradle. For I both must and must not. Bury my dead brother, Polyneices.
Of all things strange, humankind is the most strange. The cat's cradle is news to the spider. For all things go round and round. For I was a stranger and you took me in. For I was a stranger and you took me not in. For straw, straw, straw. Straw shows which way the wind blows, and an empty belly thinks the moon is green cheese. For up he was stuck, up he was stuck, up he was stuck, and in the very upness of his stuckitude, he fell. From what I have learned from my long life of spinning string, life of measuring string, life of snip, 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 you can't beat something with nothing.
Creon watches her. I wonder what she is doing in her thinking.
The rule is, Eteocles, hero. Polyneices, the logical opposite, traitor. That is the unanalyzable truth. Truth is true.
I am a stranger, Ismene. My eyes see the clearest. I'm clearing out.
Devil take the hindmost, Antigone. Hence as good as a kick. Take the double-faced mask.
I see so clear I don't need one. What I need. It's a good hat. A fatal hat.
celestial eggs.
Egg.
Most eggs are electrical in some way.
Most aren't.
Let's turn her in. Who? Antigone. Let's turn her inside out. See what, God? You can't carry an egg in two baskets. You can't be in the same place at the same time twice. You simply can't.
She did it, Creon. She.
Did what?
You know, the bad thing at the bad place. She buried him. Or tried to.
Let's invoke the rupture of silence in the hollow of uncanniness. Let us invoke the pause before the rupture of the already known in, the presence of the already dead. Let us invoke the howl before the primordial howl. Let us invoke the spider that taught the spider, the very first one, how to be a spider, how to creep. Humankind is the most terrible of all things. For some wheelbarrows are red, but all insects have antennae. For the name of the actual world is pronounced around. Once we allow the facts to slide, all down the slope of chaos will glide, and what is not yet hidden will learn to hide, and to abide. There on that slippery slope of the terrible unbidden O that I had on the wilderness of logic, a place for wayfaring men, those who mind the difference between things that are and things that are not, things that are and things that are not, things that are and things that are not. Hold on, Antigone, hold on. Abide, you bride of silence, abide. Coda, save soap and waste paper. 2 pizzas for 1 low price.
Part 2. This includes what is buried, harvested, and gathered by lightning in view of all. This was done by Antigone. Her, a bride of quietness, one of the Symphonero-Chromonoi, one of the living dead.
Verdict. Interment in the house of death. While yet alive, Antigone, Antigone, and her geode.
Chorus of ordinary citizens.
Well, 11 don't make a dozen.
Give 'em an L and they'll take a mile.
The end of the thief is the gallows. The end crowns the work. The heavy end of the match is the light end. Ask the spider, she knows.
They fall silent and dance. A dance of charm and distance. They dance the dance no one has ever. They dance the dance of withdrawal. They dance a nothing dance.
Creon, your offerings have been rejected.
I do not have much information on this, except the general statement of the agency that there is nothing in the files to disprove her communist connections.
Okay. Eteocles, hero. Polynices, traitor. That's simple enough. The news is what has been forgotten. The mystery, the absolute, the uncanny, the unanalyzable Creon, the unanalyzable. A little hole will sink a ship. A big old ship. A hole is nothing at all, but you can break your neck in it. No one can dig up a hole. Wisdom doesn't always speak Greek. The unseen, too. The incomprehensible. A wise man sees twice as much as he talks about. If things were to be done twice, all would be wise. Just let things rock along.
Tiresias watches Antigone as she watches Creon, fell in love with her violent turns on Antigone. Antigone turns on Creon as the whirlwind watches out of the cat's cradle.
Someone is always watching someone else. Creon. Someone is always overhearing. Why must this be? Each thing has a right place if you know how to place it. My brother's body, for instance. There's such a thing as motion in one place. Spirit is action. This attempted burial is reaction. You dramatize the issue. To dramatize is to think against the self. To hell with self, any self, yours or mine or another. I got my idea like you got yours, by watching another. I, a watcher? Precisely. You watched me and despised me for my clean, unpleasant spirit. I watched the burial of my brother by an unknown god, death and crumpled paper. May I go now?
She goes.
Fool, fool. He who speaks truth, speaks shadows. Whoever is not with me is against me, and for every action, there is a reaction. Disaster being the final outcome.
I don't give a damn for any damn man that don't give a damn for me.
I am the shriek operator, shriek. I am the unique situation. I am the uncanny, and has slunk to this place, but is crowded with corpses and the stench of death. I am the shriek operator, and am very pleased with all this misfortunate contrast, this contradiction, this contraction, because I am what lies outside language and therefore cannot be understood. Cannot be understood, do you understand? You are all house, and your unhouseliness. The sand that Mary and Polynices poured without anyone pouring it. I'll go, except for Tiresias, who mourns in a little dance of error and disclosure.
Polynices lived his death above the ground, Antigone below. The hidden take us far, far from the place we know, perhaps.
He who speaks of nothing does not know what he is doing. In speaking of nothing, he makes it into a something. In speaking, he speaks against what he intended. He contradicts himself. What is more weird than man? What is more weird than man and woman? All mastery depends on motion. Climbing the purple hills, driving through the mountains, seas. For even the purple murex lacks the red. It's as if I asked you to prove this bicycle belongs to Hector, and you reply, all the bicycles around here belong to Hector. Or the fallacy of too many questions, or the fallacy of affirming the consequent, or the fallacy of denying the antecedent.
one who fell in love with her violet eyes.
Why? We already know what will happen. Why must we go through this whole crapshoot act of damn crapshoot play acting if we know the dice are loaded?
Antigone is stamping her foot.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to stop something by stamping my foot.
Omens are over. The singleness of omens is the most uncanny. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
I am unable to stop thinking about how to create a curse capable of ripping through human flesh like a gold-armed bowman.
We are surrounded by omens we cannot read. Surrounded by death and crumpled paper. Newsprint we cannot read. All the print that fits the new. Us, the walking dead. Dead shadows. Simper and Acromonoi.
Antigone, a witness to her own death, thereby twice dead, a voyeur, a stranger in the house of being. I'm going to shave my belly. I'm going deep into a hole. Deep into a hole and come out the other side, place where things stand as they are.
We behold, for the first time, the curvature of the earth. If X, then Y. Logic, someone says.
Thus it will always be. Thus it will always be. Thus it will always be. Kettle, 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 boil up a fragrant tea for me. On my final day, on the anniversary of me. The fatal anniversary of me.
Look at her. Alone and cold. No one to love her, no one to protect her. Nothing but stillness. Stillness laying waste. The laying waste of stillness.
And the gods are coming. Unknown ones and the unseen, too. Something catches us by surprise. It is Haman falling upon his sword, as is the tragic fashion. We feel nothing, because we are no longer what is considered human.
The devil wipes his tail with crayon's pride. Listen to little Jack Fry up an eyeball for an egg. Bubba tubba, bubba tubba, bubba tubba, bub. I am the kind of girl tired of always being wise. I am the tin can tied to my own damn tail. Leg up, leg down, leg up, leg down. Egg, 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 stupid old egg. Evidence. Am I too many perhaps?
I'm the tin can tied to my own damn tail.
And I slipped out the back. And I made myself very small. and I slipped out the back way, and when I awoke, I was in a different place. A thin place. As though it were the place of a compass focus. And these lines of force radiated out from my heart in all directions. And I could feel these lines of force as though I were a god. And not merely a nasty girl, a girl tired of being the wise one. And I traveled to the center of the world, and I made wicked, awful charms and devised ghastly rituals. And some of these were for the propitiation of unknown gods. Unseen gods, gods both unknowable and unseeable. For what lies in the center of the world are the last words of the just about to be dead, but still alive. Lord, help my poor soul. Jesu, give it to me. It is time now. Peace, peace, peace. Adio, Mamma Mia! Adio, Mamma Mia! Edith!
Jesus, it is very beautiful, but I want to go farther. Always, always water for me. Don't let poor Nellie starve. Don't give up ship. Blow her up.
I have a terrible headache. May God never abandon me. Get my swan costume ready. I shall be glad to find a hole to creep out of the center of the world at. And when
What lies buried below shall engender a time to come with many wonderful things.
Let there be spiders and eggs and hats and gods. For all good things come in threes. 3 fates, 3 graces, 3 blind mice, 3 dead Greeks. Dead Eurydice, dead Hebe, dead Antigone.
And as I wondered, freely and freely, I thought I could see back to the old days, at Thebes.
City half buried in a pile of shit? Hey, Creon. 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 If it looks like shit, smells like shit, tastes like shit. Hey, Creon. Creon, baby, look at me. I got no teeth. I'm on drugs. I've been a sinner, I've been a scab, but now I'm willing to trim my lamp so low. Gabriel Blow. Yes, Creon. We will go back to Albania one day. But meanwhile, we must make a life for ourselves at the Ritz. Whoopee! Part 3. Once, at the beginning of time, the 3 fates, young girls then, enacted the story that was to become that of Antigone.
In this way, they learned their nature and the nature of things, and became the 3 graces. Aglaia,
Talia.
Euphrosyne.
the one who gives.
The one who receives.
The one who returns.
There is wonder in his eyes, but there is much they will not reveal. Much that must be withheld. There is much that is strange, but nothing surpasses man in strangeness.